MLB fans, spring training is already giving us chaos. Shohei Ohtani might leave the Dodgers temporarily for World Baseball Classic duty. Nick Castellanos is suddenly playing first base. Pete Alonso, a former Met, is already launching bombs in Baltimore. Another former homegrown Met might be stuck in a bad situation. And the Mets, they played their first spring training game. And fans might already be nervous about Bo Bichette. It's early, but the storylines are loud. Today, we're breaking down why the Dodgers are willing to let Ohtani step away, whether that's risky or genius, former Mets thriving elsewhere, the Rangers' Brandon Nimmo situation, and whether Mets fans should already be concerned about Bichette at third base. Let's start in Los Angeles. The Dodgers are planning to let Shohei Ohtani play in the World Baseball Classic. Now think about that. You just invested generational money into the most unique player in baseball history, and you're allowing him to step away mid-camp to represent his country. That tells you two things. One, the Dodgers trust him completely. Two, Ohtani is bigger than just the MLB. He's global. The WBC isn't just an exhibition for him, it's legacy. Last time he played in it, he dominated, closed out games, delivered clutch moments, elevated the sport internationally. But here's the real question. Is this risky? The Dodgers are a championship team. Every inning matters. Every at-bat matters. And you're letting your most valuable asset go compete at full intensity before the MLB season even gets rolling. That's bold. But it also shows confidence, because the Dodgers believe this. When Ohtani is inspired, he's unstoppable. And international competition fuels him. This isn't just baseball, it's pride. When Ohtani plays for pride, he becomes something different. Let's talk risk versus reward. Reward, Ohtani stays sharp. He stays competitive. He builds global brand dominance. The Dodgers become a team that supports international baseball growth. Risk, fatigue, injury, overuse. We've seen it before. High leverage games in March can carry consequences into October. But the Dodgers are thinking long-term dominance. They're betting on culture over caution. And honestly, when you have a generational player, you don't cage him, you empower him. Now, let's pivot to San Diego. Nick Castellanos playing first base. That's interesting. Castellanos has always been about the bat. Now he's shifting defensively. This tells me something. Teams are chasing flexibility. They want hitters in the lineup no matter what. First base is traditionally power territory. If Castellanos adjusts well, it extends his lineup value. But if he struggles, it becomes a defensive liability conversation. Spring training is about experiments, and this is a big one. Now Mets fans, this one stings. Pete Alonso, now in Baltimore, already hitting his first spring home run, and it looked effortless. Alonso is what he has always been. Raw power, confidence, run production. The Mets drafted him, developed him, watched him become the face of power in Queens. Now, he's doing it somewhere else. And if he hits 40 plus home runs again, the narrative writes itself. Did the Mets let their franchise slugger walk? Baltimore gains presence, the AL East gains a power threat, and Mets fans, they're watching from a distance. Another former Met, Brandon Nimmo. Reports suggest the Rangers situation might not be ideal. Nimmo has always been a grinder. High on-base percentage, relentless effort, a homegrown Met who represented stability. But sometimes new fits don't equal perfect fits. And when things don't click immediately, the scrutiny starts. Is he being misused? Is the lineup protecting him enough? Is the system maximizing his strength? When former Mets struggle elsewhere, fans either feel validated or conflicted. Now, let's bring it home to Queens. The Mets played their first spring training game, and the spotlight was immediately on Bo Bichette at third base. He's adjusting. New angles, different reaction time, longer throws, different footwork. He addressed it publicly, breaking down the mechanics of learning third. That's maturity. But here's the truth. New York doesn't wait. If there's hesitation, if there's one bad throw, if there's one misplay, the noise grows. Fans are already debating, was this the right move? Bichette's bat has to shine. Because if the defense lags, the pressure builds fast. Look at the contrast around the league. Dodgers, confident and global. Orioles, adding former Mets power. Padres, experimenting. Rangers, adjusting. Mets, transitioning. The season hasn't even started, but narratives are forming. And in baseball, narratives become momentum. So here's the question. Are the Dodgers making the right call with Ohtani? Will Pete Alonso make the Mets regret everything? Is Bichette going to silence doubters? And are the Mets entering a pressure-filled season? Drop your takes below. If you like MLB breakdowns, spring training drama, and real baseball debates, hit subscribe. We're building a real baseball conversation here.